One of my favorite tools of all my tools is my number 4 Barrette Needle File. These things are amazing. I love them. But when I buy them brand new, usually on this edge, because they've got teeth on one side, but on the back side and both of the edges there's no teeth. It's nice and smooth. So when I'm filing on something, I can actually put the edge of the file right up against the piece and it's not going to be cutting. But unfortunately, when they come from the factory, the teeth overlap the edge just a little bit, so if you run it along your jewelry, you will get little scratches. So the first thing that I do is I'll take my file and I'll get a whetstone and I'll run it along the whetstone just to make sure that I take the scratches off of the edge. This one's already done, but I'll show you how I do that. I just go over and I just make sure that all of the teeth from the edge are gone, so that the edge is actually really nice and smooth. You can do it that way. If you don't have a whetstone, you can do it with a piece of sandpaper. You can just go along and just make sure that the teeth are gone. And one way that I do it is I'll take the file and actually run it across my fingernail. And if it doesn't leave a scratch, then I know that all of the teeth are taken care of. The last thing that I'll do is I'll get a piece of index card or a piece of paper and some yellow rouge, and I'll rub the yellow rouge on the paper, and this is just a piece of plexiglass that's nice and flat and smooth. And then I'll take my file and I'll rub it on that yellow rouge, and what that does is it takes and it polishes the edge of my file, so that even when I'm rubbing my file against my piece of work, it actually doesn't scratch at all, and it'll actually burnish a little bit. So that's how I prepare my number 4 Barrette files. You'll see me use a lot of those. It's my go-to file. It's nice and pointed on the end. You can get into small spots and file, but I also like to run the edges up against the piece that I'm working on, and I don't want to scratch it or damage it, so I prepare the edges. So when it's all done, this edge there is nice and shiny and it won't damage my jewelry.